Teaching ESL classes takes a lot of courage, determination, and it is certainly rewarding. But no one could think that it is also adventurous and challenging. Today's edition of How Do I will show us how to teach a proper ESL class without falling into its conniving traps of don'ts, but perfecting your do's to conquer the world.
Welcome to a new edition of How Do I. Today we are going to learn how to teach a proper ESL class. First, ESL stands for English as a Second Language, and millions of people learn it throughout our country and throughout the world. Now, let's see all the steps we will be covering in order to teach a proper ESL class. Step 1, proper credentials. Step 2, good methodology. Step 3, a proper facility. Step 4, students. And most importantly, Step 5, a will to teach. Now, let's see our first step. Proper credentials. But first, we are going to learn about the don'ts when it comes to teaching
Never
ESL.
rip your diploma off a diploma mill on the internet. This is a crime, and it will definitely put you into trouble.
Now, let's check out the do's when it comes to teaching ESL.
In order to have proper credentials, you must study hard, go to college, and get good grades to graduate and learn what teamwork means.
Now we are ready to move on to the second step, good methodology. Let's see the don'ts first.
Never steal any methodology because they are all copyrighted or use falling apart books. It looks really sloppy and unprofessional. Get yourself prepared and never do last-minute improvisations.
Now, let's check out the do's.
Have a methodology that it's not only suitable for you, but most importantly for your student. They are the true reason of your job. Always use copyrighted methodology.
Now, let's move on to the third step, proper facility. Let's see the don'ts first.
Never have a facility that will put your students and you at risk. Never have your students sitting on the floor or in a filthy place.
Now, let us move on to the fourth step, students.
Have a cozy environment in which students can feel relaxed. Provide decent seat, whiteboard, a waiting room, treats, and extra classrooms.
Let's check out the do's.
Never have your fees pricey. That will scare students away, and you will end up with an empty school.
Now let's see the do's.
Have affordable fees. Keep your students motivated and happy. Above all, be their friend.
Now we are ready to go to the last step, will to teach. Let's see what you really should do.
Never lose your temper. Never be aggressive, intimidating. Never yell at your students. Most importantly, never give in to the dark side of teaching. And chop their heads off with a lightsaber.
Now let's see what we really should do.
Be gentle, encouraging, and coach your students to make them overcome their difficulties. Create a pleasant learning environment and share your experience. Knowledge is only knowledge when shared.
Now we have learned the proper steps in teaching an ESL class. Let us review. Step 1, proper credentials. Step 2, good methodology. Step 3, proper facility. Step 4, you need students. And most importantly, Step 5, the will to teach. We hope you have enjoyed our show today, and hopefully you have learned how to teach a proper ESL class. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for our next edition of How Do I. Good day.